Hold on one second. Hey, I'm going live in 2 places. This is really sort of exciting for me. I am on Instagram over here. Maybe I should scoot you here so I actually am looking at you. But I am on Instagram on my iPad, and I am on Facebook on my other, and I'm going to start doing this Coffee with Ann. And actually, it's a lie, by the way. It's not Coffee with Ann. I had to give up coffee, and this is an aging thing. I am getting older. I know that's a surprise, but I am getting older and my hormones are funky. And one of the things they said about the arthritis in my fingers, and hey, Steven just joined us. The arthritis in my fingers and the hot flushes and a lot of stuff that was happening was that the caffeine, not the caffeine, but something else in coffee causes your hormones to get all messed up. So I had to give it up, and I'm drinking tea for the first time in my life. It's not Coffee with Ann, it's really Tea with Ann. Today I am coming to you with my tea to talk to you about a few things. But before I really get started, I'm going to tell you my secret, and it is a secret. I'm not even sure Anastasia knows this secret. And I know my kids do because they think I'm really weird about it. I will tell you that secret in just a minute. It's how I get things done, and it is part of what makes me weird. But hopefully part of what makes me weird and, likable at the same time, because I'm seldom late and I get a lot done. So what I want to talk to you about first, though, is Burgers and Bans for Suicide Prevention. We had our committee meeting yesterday, and it's really amazing to me that we have a committee. It's amazing because last year we planned this thing in a month, and it was huge. It was wonderful, but now we have a committee. And last year it was me and Jennifer Bonk and Kevin Bonk, and that was it. And we had a great time, and we had a wonderful event, and we raised about $8,000 total for suicide prevention. But this year we're going bigger, and we've already raised about $12,000. And we I expect that we'll hit $20,000, and hopefully a lot more than that for suicide prevention. But more importantly, we're bringing the word out that, hey, you are not alone. This is an important event, this is an important way of you understand that you're really not alone. We're here for you. And that's what people in the event will be saying. It's what people on the stage will be saying, but it's also, if you turn and talk to your neighbor, it's what they're going to be saying to you is, hey, you're not alone. We've been there too. Whether they've been there themselves, or they've been there as a caretaker, or they've just been touched by it because we're in a community that has suffered so much in the way of suicides. So Burgers and Bans is on June 3rd. It's at Severna Park Tap House in Severna Park, Maryland. It is, we have a lot of sponsors. We have Baltimore Washington Medical Center. We have the Bonks from Keller Williams, Team Bonk. We have Chimney Tech and WinStar, and I should have gotten a whole list of that. I don't have it. I'll give it to you in a minute. We're getting more. We're looking for more sponsors. If you want to sponsor, if you want to donate something for our silent auction, if anything like that you'd like to do, we would love your help, because this is a really great event. We're actually thinking that we're going to, somebody said scale it. That's not what I said, how I would have put it, but it is what we do. We're going to look at other communities across the country to use what we've already built, the infrastructure that we've already built, to bring the same message into other communities. You are not alone, and there is hope. Those are our messages. It's what's important to us. And to raise money, not just for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, but also to raise awareness and to say, hey, we're a community, and you think you're alone. Because when you have depression, you think you're alone. There's nobody else in the world who will understand what you're feeling. And it's so not true, because this is the easiest fundraising I have ever done, and the reason is because everybody I talk to is affected in some way. So we want to bring it across the country. We're going to do a GoFundMe page in the spring, in the summer. We'll do a GoFundMe page with the idea being we want to create this as a nonprofit. Right now the money is going to 2 different nonprofits that we are not in charge of, and therefore we don't have quite as much flexibility in who we award the funds to. So we are going to be working with 2 local high schools and maybe a couple of other smaller charities, and then the bulk of it will go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I knew Anastasia would be listening. listening to me. So we have the Bonk team. We have Walt Eager Service Center, Brennan Title Company, Help for the Homeless and Hungry. I'm a sponsor and social media and marketing. Severna Park Tap House, Baltimore Washington Medical Center, WinStar, Chimney Tech, Choice One Urgent Care, Four Seasons Land Care. Actually, Four Seasons here in my backyard, which is really awesome because I love them and they're a good company, but I love that they stepped up for this. They stepped up for it last year as well, and I really appreciate it. Universal Mortgage and Finance out of Edgewater. Timberline Knowles is coming from Chicago. They're a platinum sponsor. Allie Rochelle, La Rochelle is a friend and just an incredible advocate for children's cancer, and she's supporting us as well. Corver Soccer Camps, they're going to donate. Wishes and Wizards Travel Company just came in last night, and Laura Reagan, who is a counselor, has just come in. I actually have two more on my desk of people who have said, hey, I need information about this, and they want to come in. So we really are getting a lot of notice in the community, and we're really thankful for it. But we'd love to have you, we'd love to have you come in and help us with this. Spread the word. If you can't do anything else, spread the word. If you can't come, you can still donate. Go to burgersandbands.org and do that. Now, I'm so sorry I took up a whole 6 minutes talking about this charity, but it means so much to me, and if you guys went through this with me, you understand why. You saw what, sorry, I'm gonna wave. I didn't know I could do this. I can wave at a couple of people who are on Instagram. Anyway, it's such an important part of our lives because when we went through it with Megan, our whole lives fell apart. The entire family. I said we should write a book called The Year We All Went Crazy, because that's really what happened. We all went crazy. When you think you're going to lose a child, when you think there is no hope, you lose your minds, and that's where we were. But we survived, and we're here to say to other people, hey, you can survive, and we're here to help you. So that's what this message is. But now I want to talk to you about the other part of my life, about what I do now. And you see that I do the Burgers and Bands for Suicide Prevention. I run and social media and marketing. I'm a mom. We lost a dog last week, but now I still have my big Great Dane, who's more like living with a horse. I'm busy. I have a busy life, and I still try to exercise all the time. So what is the secret? How do I do that? I have a crazy secret, and it started years ago when Blaze was in law school. He was busy at the time. I had two little kids. They were 1 and 3 when he started, and he started law school in DC. He would work during the day, go to law school at night, and come home and study. So we were pretty busy, but to make it worse, he got hit from behind and his car was completely totaled, and we knew we were going to be moving to London, so we decided not to say, oh cool, sorry, we knew we were going to be moving to London, so we decided not to fix his car, and instead I would drive him back and forth to the train station, or at night I'd pick him up in DC. So the whole point of this was, I was so afraid of being late. I've never liked being late. It's always driven me nuts. So instead, what I would do is I would set the timer on my microwave to remember, this is the time for dinner for the kids, this is the time that kids need to put on their shoes, and this is the time we walk out the door. And those timers will go off all the time. And that's pretty much how I lived, by that microwave timer, until Steve Jobs got so smart with the stupid iPhone, which is super awesome for me because as this weird person, I would ask Siri, hey Siri, set an alarm for, and she would do it. And so if you come into my house, if you were at my house at 5:15 in the morning, this is when all the alarms start going off. And Anastasia, I don't have them going off while she's here because she's pretty good at reminding me of things. But 5:15 in the morning, the alarm goes off, it's time to wake up. 5:30, the alarm downstairs is going off so that I remember I have to turn it off because they should already be downstairs at 5:30 a.m. At 6:45, the alarm goes off to tell me it's time to wake Zane up, and at 7, it's the alarm that goes off that tells me it's time for Zane to be downstairs. At 7:26, the alarm goes off to say Zane needs to go to the bus stop. At 8:45, it's time for me to get a shower. Otherwise, I'll be icky looking when Anastasia gets here, and she won't want to work here because I'll smell bad. But that's my secret. I use timers to remind me of everything, and they are all set with little reminders of what this timer is for, so that when it goes off. And I think the next one after that is later. It's at 5 o'clock, and it says to feed the dogs, because Anastasia's gone by that time. She doesn't have to see the crazy. So that's what I do. But in addition to that, we put, and Anastasia has been wonderful about making sure I do this, we put things in my calendar. This is when I'm going to work out. This is when I'm not going to take calls because I need to work, on an actual project. These are when I'm not going to make appointments. I'm not going to make appointments on Mondays between 8 and 4, and I'm not going to make appointments on Fridays between 8 and 4, because those are the times I really need to be at the desk getting stuff done for clients. What about exercise? I have to put that in as well. So every week at the beginning of the week, I look and I pencil it in. I put it in with a little reminder, and this is when you're doing this, so I don't forget to exercise. And I even have our dinners planned out ahead of time, and they're on the calendar exactly what we're having. So if for some reason I'm not here and I have to be somewhere else, and truthfully, because I have not got a very good memory, so I remember what we're having for dinner, but other people can cook for me if I'm not here. So Ethan is really, really good at making sure he does that. So anyway, so that's my crazy secret of what I do and how I keep my calendar. And how I make sure everything is scheduled. And it's important, because what's important to me, if I schedule it, it gets done. And if I don't, it's easy for me to say, oh, I'll do this later. So this Burgers and Bands takes up a lot of our bandwidth, a lot of what we're doing. So we have to schedule it in. We put it on our tasks every day. We've got something on there that we're doing for Burgers and Bands. We've got something that we're doing for work. We've got something we're doing for even lunches and things that we know we do this on a regular basis. We're going to put it in there so we don't just skip it. So that calendar is how we live, and it's probably the best time management tool that we have. And actually, appropriately, I have a client, iStratus, and their app is a day planner, and that's what you can do with your day planner, is schedule every second of your day out. If you're really that busy, but you have things that are important to you, hopefully your health is really important to you, you will exercise. For me, I said that thing about between, I guess, 5:30 and 6:45. It seems like there's nothing happening during that time, but that's the time where I read my devotional. It's the time where I write in my journal, and then it's the time that I look at what is on the calendar for today and what tasks I have and how I'm going to schedule those out. Am I going to do them all, or can Ethan do some of them? Can Anastasia do some? Are there some things that I can ask my husband to do, or some things I can ask my youngest son to do? Are there some things I can just put off for another few days because it doesn't have to quite be done yet, and it will make it a lot less stressful to put it off for a couple of days? So that's my secret. That's how I get everything done. And yes, it's a little crazy, and if you're here and you hear all these alarms going off at exactly a certain times, that 7:26 alarm sounds odd, but there's a reason for it. He'll miss his bus if he leaves at 7:27. So 7:26 it is. Anyway, that's our life. That's what we do. I would love to hear your secrets. I'd love to know what you guys do and how you get it done. And I look forward to hearing you. I'm glad you came to have tea with me today. We're still going to call it coffee with Anne because it flows better. But we would love you to keep coming back. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. What'd you think? Yeah, you totally distracted me.
I didn't. I wasn't trying to get your attention. I just saw myself.
Oops, I'm still there. Hi, Jerron.